So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we hold the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town. Not the way stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools. Had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour touching every shore from Cali.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucks and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This defense for the Pats, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. In motion left goes Boyd.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
First down. Here's Burrow.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 23 yards, the final tally. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hayden Hurst, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 60.
and the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
Jones, another shot here after the pick six.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused.
And oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
(21-0) our score after one.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
In motion left goes Boyd. Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Higgins. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McPherson on for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Logan Wilson.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is Taylor.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd and inches.
Burrow.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Airing one out for Boyd.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On one, right? 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween. And you take.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing again on second down. Burrow buying time to his left. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
In motion left goes Boyd. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it second down.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 mighty.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion left goes Boyd.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
11 Thomas. Hey, you gotta go score.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Bengals.
T. Higgins.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here we go, here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
They go play action with Burrow. That goes out wide to Murray. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Gun. Dad. 11, 11, 11. Dad.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Being chased out left. He's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals just continue to roll. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare reel.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Jones, off play action, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Logan Wilson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From midfield now, Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. But he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Throwing Jones. And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In motion left goes Boyd. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Burrow. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be